Hey, welcome to this tutorial detailing Sigma9 Campaigns. Sigma9 Campaigns provides a grid-like interface for tracking customers across a sales campaign. If you have a sales campaign with one product and potentially multiple buyers, you can use our campaign product to track buyers' progress, send and track emails, as well as files, tasks, and internal comments. The user of an interface like this may be an investment banker who is trying to facilitate the sale or acquisition of a company. They may start with 100 or so different potential buyers for the acquisition target after an initial filtering process based on buyer fund size. Then they must go through a series of tasks in parallel across all of the remaining buyers. Many potential buyers will be abandoned in the process as interest starts to wane as new details come to light. Eventually, they arrive at the correct buyer and close the deal. The issue with this process is that communication for all parties involved happens across many modalities, including emails, unrecorded meetings, and even text messages. Sigma9 Campaigns provides a central place for generating and tracking all of your files, tasks, and communication with contacts. So let's dive into the demo. So once I land at Sigma9.app, I'm going to navigate to my campaigns here, and then I'm going to create a new campaign and call this the AI.ai deal. And then I'm going to select the multi-buyer sale campaign from my template options. The first step of creating your campaign is to add your initial contacts. Eventually, we'll have CRM integration so that you can pull these directly from your CRM systems. But for today, I'm just going to import my contact list directly as a CSV. And you can see that we can actually map the different required column names to the columns that are present inside of my CSV. So I don't have to, if I already have a CSV with all of my contacts and all of this information, I don't have to go in and edit those column names specifically for Sigma9. I can also manually add different contacts and different potential buyers to this campaign. So I can add it to the bottom here and all of the necessary contact information. And I can leave out any information that I don't want to provide today. Once the campaign is created, you'll notice that the tasks are not present. So you'll need to go and edit the tasks initially first, and you can add all the tasks that you'll need to do. So generally, you would provide a high level of granularity for these tasks if you were working on something like an acquisition. But for today, we'll just kind of keep it high level and have a few high level tasks here. So now that we have the campaign open, we have all of our tasks added, I'm going to send an email to the first three contacts from my list of potential buyers. So I'm going to click the action button here, and then I'm going to select send email. I can edit any of the contact information that I need to, and you can see that there are neat validations for any of the necessary information needed for sending those emails. And you can also update the contacts with any updates that you make here so that your campaign will be updated. But for today, I may have a temporary email address for this particular contact, and I can add it here without updating the contacts. And then I can move on to go to the next screen. The second step here is to potentially select an email template. I may just start from scratch, but I can use one of the email templates which are generated by AI to communicate with the partner. And one of the really killer features that I believe will be a big time saver for investment bankers is the ability to add documents and watermark them directly in line. So I want to send these documents to all of the three potential buyers that I'm communicating with today, but I can tailor my documents by adding watermarks to for those specific buyers. So for the second document, maybe I want to have the recipient organization watermarked across the center of this document. And before I send that email, I can validate all the information here. I can see what the emails will look like going to those particular partners, who they were sent to, as well as some additional information. And then I can see what those watermarks will look like for those particular partners. And then I can go ahead and submit, and this will queue the emails for send. The email processor runs about once every 60 seconds. So once that's sent out, we'll continue the video. You can see that we just received that email, and you can see that some of the variables are highlighted here. That's basically because of our template. We highlighted those variables just to emphasize the placement of the variables. However, you don't really need to have this within your template specifically. But we have all of the content here. We have all of the files here. You can see that we have our company name watermarked across the top of this dummy file. And then we also have the recipient organization name watermarked across the middle of this file as we specified. What's also great within this campaign is that you can audit all of the emails that you've sent. So if you were to click on one of the items, you can see all of the documents that are associated with this particular task, as well as the email contents directly here. And you can see the timeline of all the comments that were added, all of the files that were added, and you can go ahead and see the file that was actually created, which will reflect that file that was sent to the customer specifically.